YouTube. We back in the tent. Just out here hanging with the dogs. Guy is looking good, better and better every day. We got her going hog hunting next month. I think I'm gonna take her and Major hog hunting next month. Her, Major, and Lobo. And I don't know if y'all remember Roy, Soma's son. He's going too. That dog is looking so good. I'm gonna try to get something uploaded to YouTube for him, but if you're watching this, go check me out on Instagram, and you can see him on there. But he'll be there. He'll be there that weekend too. Major, Hubble, Gaia. Major, Gaia, and Lobo, and Void. It should be pretty. It should be fun. Last time Major was there, he was so wild because he was young and dog aggressive, and it was a trip trying to get him to do it. He's been twice, and now he's older, a lot more control. He's still a nut though. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gets close enough, he gonna hit their ass. And I tested that this weekend. I'm gonna work on that though. Actually, I'm gonna work on his stay. He'll stay, but the second somebody looks like they're approaching, he is coming, and he is not stopping. And I want that. I want to be able to put some brakes on him a little bit more just to make hog hunting more comfortable. So we gonna go work on that Wednesday and then Saturday. But he's looking so good. I'm so proud of that dog. I mean, even outside of like working quality, I mean, high level of control I have over him. Learns everything, picks up everything super fast. If anything I'm trying to teach him, picks it up super fast. He's tough. He's not handling sensitive. Hubble's handling sensitive. So, and I'm kind of, not that I hit my dog or nothing like that, but I'm kind of fast moving. She needs me to just chill sometimes, slow down. And I'm training her. She's still a dope dog though too. Don't get me wrong, she's fire. I got some really good dogs. I know y'all heard me say this before, but I'm gonna take Hubble to Soma this year, and I don't know what I'm gonna do in regards to like selling them. I know I'm doing that breeder for me, but I want to do some genetic testing on them first before I sell them, because Soma has one copy of the trait that could cause uh, bladder stones, and I tested Hubble and so does she. Major doesn't. So when I take him to her, it'll be 50-50, you know what I'm saying? A 50-50 chance that those dogs will have one copy of it, not two. But it'll be a good chance that Hubble and Soma's puppies will have two. Some of them could possibly have two. So I want to test them. I want to see who does, and then I'll decide what to do with them once I realize who I think the dogs who have two, we'll probably get them spayed and neutered, and then or put them on a spay and neuter contract, and then now if she only has a small amount, so she only has 4 puppies, then I'll just keep them all. But yeah, I'm still excited about that. Hey, no, Hubble, no. I'm still excited about that breeder though. It'll be 2 times Soma, and I'm still hoping to take him to one of his other daughters. So, but Gaia is definitely not. But that's okay. So I don't mind waiting, but that's the plan for them. I was going to take Gaia to her brother too at some point, because he was kind of going in the same direction as Gaia. He was on the same trajectory as Gaia, but we ended up losing him. So Uh, and then so before I took Moon to Soma, there was an American Bulldog that I was going to take her to. I think I'll end up doing that Gaia, and then so that will be a total outcross from all of my dogs. So all the other breedings will at least have my blood in there. Some of the Gaia, Hubble the Major, Hubble the Soma, um, Major to what's her name, Lobo, and then I got a dog coming from Apollo's sister, who is Apollo's their mom. And then a I got a bunch of bulldogs that are related to Soma's dad. So it's all my dog's family, um, except for the dog I found taking Gaia too. But that dog, I mean, that breeding is probably 2 or 3 years from now, and then I'll figure out what to do with it then. But I really like that dog, and I'm gonna need an outcross soon. I don't need a complete total outcross, but if they turn out good, I can't see it hurting. And so like what a complete total outcross would do is like when I incorporate those dogs into my dogs, that first generation, I gotta really, 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 really look at that. I gotta really see what's going on with that. Amanda, what's happening? Um, I gotta really, really look and see. Let me set this test those dogs and really, really see what's up with that first generation, those F1s, and then maybe double up on those F1s just to kind of give an example of how long something like this takes, right? So I'll test those F1s for at least 2 years, and if I just depending on what I get from them, um, I might double up on the trait that I like, right? I might say, okay, these two dogs have this trait that I'm looking for, this whatever it is that I'm looking for, I'm gonna double up on that. That's just to make sure that when I take it into my stuff, it's a good right on, Amanda. Appreciate that. Just to make sure that when I take it into my stuff, it gives me a better chance of that stuff sticking. Um, and then when I do that, I still got to test. That's another set of F1s, in my opinion. A lot of people call it a different way, but that's another set of F1s when I bring that into my stuff, and um, and I gotta test those the same way. I gotta make sure what I'm getting, um, because you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what might pop up with those dogs. But once you do, once I do, then I can start bringing them into my stuff. And so I think a lot of times when I talk about it, people think it's like, quick, 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 quick. This happens quick. For me, who I like to test my dogs, for me, it's going to take at least 2 years before I know for sure. And then another 2 years with those next F1s. If I decide to like double up on them, it might be 5 years, 6 years before I put those dogs into my Roguewolf dogs. Repo, my dog was at it. Appreciate you, bro. But that's how I've always had great offspring. No matter what kind of dogs I was breeding, doing it that way, I've always had. Oh shit! I thought the police at my house. What the fuck? I don't know what they would be here for. Damn, the police, the sirens just went off. Sounded like they at my house. But my dogs ain't tripping, so it must not be. Um, but breeding like that, that's how I always had great outcomes. I mean, I very rarely, I mean, I have had some fucked up litters, don't get me wrong. I've had some bad litters where I thought it was going to be great. but those were usually F1s where that happened. So, and I was gambling or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but in order to do it right, it takes about 6 years when you do an outcross before you can really start to figure out what you really got in those dogs. Again, that's if you do it right. That's not if you breed a dog at a year old or a year and a half. That's not if you're not testing the dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not if you know what I'm saying. I was just telling somebody I test my dogs for about 2 to 3 years. They're just getting tested um, as they grow here, and they got to pass a lot of tests before they're bred. Like I said, Gaia is a fire dog. She's passing all like the working tests with flying colors, but there's still some other maturity stuff that I want to see her be able to kind of like understand and repeat and do and all that kind of stuff. Um, and then she'll be she'll be breed worthy. So, and what that does, Major, no, you're gonna be fucking sick. They got a mushroom. No, what that does is Gaia. No, what that does is it damn it, I don't even remember what I was saying. But yeah, what was I gonna say? But yeah, but it'll like show me, it'll tell me, okay, when these F1s come, let's say it takes kind of 3 years to mature to a place where I feel like she can raise puppies. I can expect with those F1s that it could possibly be 3 years. You know what I'm saying? That's some good information to have when I'm getting ready to breed them. That way I can just say, okay, it's gonna take if it's gonna take them 3 years to mature, I know I got 3 years of testing where they should show me something good and not two. So like with Major and Hubble, I would say about 2 years. They start at two, they starting to like really look good. Hubble at two, they starting to really look good, and so was Soma, and so was Moon, and so was Apollo. So if I take Major to Hubble, I would guess at about 2 years I would be starting to see my mature what the dog is looking like as a mature dog. Um, and with Gaia, like I said, that could be 3 years. But if I wait till I know, at least I know when I'm getting ready to go into that next generation. So that's what I mean by if you do it right. And not that I say that my way is right. Any way is right as long as you're keeping the dogs healthy and active. And what I'm saying. If you love the dogs, your way is right too. But for me, um, when people kind of want to understand like how why I don't have puppies too a whole lot, and what the process is, like that's the process for me. And that's really because I like working my dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'll ever just. I hope not. What I'm saying? Just for me, I don't ever want dogs that's just on my yard and I'm gonna breed them, and they're not out with me. I don't got a relationship with them for real. Like, what I'm saying? I don't want that. So, in living like that, then let me really see who you are. Let me really get some data on what you are. So when these dogs go out into the world, people know what to expect. I can say these dogs here. Hey, Hubble. These dogs here. Say Hubble, for example. Let's say so Hubble is more of a close quarters protection dog. She does all of the shit. You know what I'm saying? She's fire. She ain't going 100 yards to somebody who's standing still like Major. Major, I could point to somebody 100 yards away, and I'm not maybe not 100, but pretty far away. They could be standing still. I could say, get him. He's going to go get him. He's going to bite him. He's going to mean it, and he's going to, you know what I'm saying? She ain't doing that. Um, and so if I have dogs that kind of lean more towards that, I can tell these people, you know what I'm saying, what to expect really. But you know what I'm saying, I tell people what to really expect. This dog is more of a, somebody coming to your yard, somebody approach you on a leash, somebody put you in the car, she gonna fuck them up. Your neighbor is screaming across the street, she ain't going to go get them. She's just gonna sit in front of you and, wish they would. Which is really all you, which legally that's all you really want. You know what I'm saying? Major is just with him. I can just do a little more sporty stuff sometimes. But the drawback of that with him is that he is super civil. You know what I'm saying? So trying to do sporty shit with him, I sending him 40 yards down the field to bite a decoy. He'll do that, but on the way back, he might whoever's close. You know what I'm saying? There's like camera people out there and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he might be like, you too close. You know what I mean? So you know, but I don't mind that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of dog I like. But again, I test so that I have that data and I know what to do when I'm about to breed, and I know what to tell people to expect if they were to get a dog from me. See, they think they hear somebody else out the front, and they're gonna go see about it. And then for some reason, oh, I think my wife just got home. But look, y'all see the difference in Major and Hubble? When they hear somebody pull up, Major going to go see it. Hubble gonna keep an eye on them. Gaia, she don't give a fuck. She doesn't even notice. She is not stopping what she's doing. She is not stopping chewing on a stick or whatever she's doing. Good boy. Am I good boy? Am I good boy? That dog like that, man, that is a bad motherfucker. That's a bad motherfucker, man. They are performing though. Major, Hubble, Gaia, Soma, Void. Lobo's super good too, but Void is fucking performing. Lobo's fire, but Void is something he's special. What pup you talking about, Repo? These this was he might have been a pup last time you seen me on live. Hurt. But yeah, I wish it was her I was taking hog hunting, but I'm gonna take Major. And that's the other thing. I like Major, the kind of dog that even taking him hog hunting, he gonna be trying to bite every fucking body, everything there. That man, he is just a lot to deal with. Again, still super controllable. Hey kiddo, still super controllable. Um, just trying to kill everybody, everything. Come on, Major Hubble. Major was running. He got a limp. I don't know what happened, but this is his first time getting one. He like Soma always like he'll tear a toenail or you know what I'm saying, like bang his leg into something while he's running around here crazy. No, these ain't from the last litter. I got one from the last litter in the crib. She she fine too. I can have her out here with them, but she is only what 7 months, and she be trying to grab these two, and these two will kill her. They will smash her, but she thinks she wanted with them, so I be just trying to chill out. Like I'm gonna be, and they don't be starting it. It be her. Major, come on. So when I be trying to chill, I just leave her ass in the house. Oh boy. I mean, we be hog hunting out in Georgia. We need to feed them dogs out one time, man. I think you out in Georgia, ain't you? Or somewhere out there. I don't mean to give your location, my bad. Major. Not you, Bubba. Major, come on. You come over there. Hell yeah, that's what's up, bro. You don't need one to go where we go. You need no license to go where we go. I'm gonna put these dogs up at the what time is it? 4. Yeah. So what I do is I put these ones up and then I go that Soma and Bobo out. These two. These two. So I went and did an embark. I made a wisdom panel. My bad, wisdom panel. I went and did a wisdom panel on Major and Hubble. I do that on all my dogs. And check this out. So they're brother and sister from the same litter, same parents. Um, but Major has, I want to say he's 44% Belgian Malinois. Hubble is about 32% Belgian Malinois, with the rest being Bulldog, um, Pit Bull and American Bulldog. I'm just gonna call them both Bulldogs. Um, and that makes so much sense. Even like what you're seeing right now, like so Hubble is over there chilling, laying down. So is Kaya. Those are my two more bulldog personality kind of dogs. Those two, them and Soma's like a good mix in between. But um, all of my dogs that are about 45, my dogs that are about 38 and under, they all act more like bulldogs. My dogs that are about 40, I think Major is the lowest. I'm gonna say 44 and above, they all act like Belgian Malinois. Like so, Hubble over there laying down chilling. Major is constantly moving, constantly doing something. He is nonstop. Major, he ain't supposed to be over there. I done called his ass from over there 3 times already. That's just like I heard. Okay, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit your repo. I'll let you know. Cause we coming soon. But yeah, I thought that was cool when I got that back, and I'm just like, okay, this why this makes sense. And so like when I be trying to test them both, at first I was trying to test Hubble like I'm trying to test Major, who Major feels when you around him, he feels like a herder. You know what I'm saying? He is always doing something. He is just nuts. And Hubble ain't like that. She get busy. She ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? But she um, she's more like a bulldog. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a little closer to her. You got to be a little bit more of a threat. You know what I'm saying? Of a more the potential for threat got to be a little higher than for Major. The potential could be low. He's still going. The potential has to be really high for Hubble, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind that when I and in breeding him to her, what I'm hoping to get out of that, you know what I'm saying, I'll still look for those two traits, you know what I'm saying, dogs that where their suspicion is higher than other dogs, but they're both super civil dogs though, and that's what I'm looking to get when I do that. I want to, hold back some of those more civil dogs from him and her, um, and again, I'm taking him to another dog from like his mom's side of the family, who I think will be that way too. But some of the Hubble, what I'm expecting from there is to get dogs that are more like Soma, pretty high enough amount of herder to do, that helps me do a bunch of sporty stuff, but a lot coming from the bulldog too. So that's what I'm hoping to get because I'm doubling up on Soma in that litter. So I'm doubling up on Soma and Moon. Um, Ivory Foam, man. Same to you, bro. Um, shit. But I'm doubling up on Moon too, but it's directly off. It's someone directly to a dog. It's someone to a dog directly off of someone. So, um, and the mom, Soma's daughter's mom, is bred super similarly to Soma. So yeah, that's the two differences I'm looking to get from those two breedings, and that's why I would do those two. That's what I'm looking for when I do those two breedings. And I only do major to Hubble one time. I'll hold some of those puppies back to see which ones took that super civil, high suspicion. I also got to make sure because there's a lot that comes with that. You know what I'm saying? The dogs could get too suspicious, which leads to kind of might be nervy behavior. So I got to make sure that don't pop up, but I don't expect it to. Um, but it could. You know what I'm saying? So I'll hold those back, see who turned out that way, who turned out to be, what I was looking for, or more. And if I get more dogs like Major, if I get a couple of dogs like Major out of that would be fire. That would be fire. Um, and so in Major's litter though, there was 3 other dogs just like them though. That was highly civil like that. So yeah. But yeah, I gotta watch out for that. HUU or whatever it's called, HHU or whatever it's called. I gotta watch out for that with Soma and Hubble. So it'll be, I'll figure out what I'm gonna do as far as rehoming those. So like I said, I want to get them tested first. Um, I think I could test them super early, and it takes 2 weeks for the test to come back, but test state free. So, but yeah, but that'll be the one I'll do. Um, that will be the one I'll do first, the soonest. That should be in like December, January. But okay, YouTube, I'll get with y'all next time.